Alka-Seltzer relieves the flutters, calms the nervous feeling, relieves heartburn, relieves the stuffy feeling, and relieves a headache. Better than any other antacid. Better than anything you can get without a prescription. Anything. Alka-Seltzer. It's the best. On any stomach.
When hay fever pollen invades your sinuses, brings runny nose, watery eyes, take Dristan. Dristan's like sending your sinuses to Arizona. Yes, Dristan's like sending your sinuses to Arizona. That is, Dristan helps you breathe free and easy, as if you were far away from pollen or allergy irritation. Yes, Dristan's like sending your sinuses to Arizona. Helps dry, runny nose, itchy, watery eyes. You see, Dristan tablets shrink swollen, congested nasal and sinus passages which cause runny nose and watery eyes. So you breathe free and easy fast. So when pollen invades your sinuses, causing hay fever miseries, don't wish you could be in sunny, dry Arizona. Just remember, Dristan's like sending your sinuses to Arizona. Get Dristan decongestant tablets.
She got that sweet juice, Minute Maid, some of out that lemonade. Take a sip, blowing purple clouds, taste like lemon haze. Conversations back and forth like damn, we could go on for days. Looking back at it like damn, she bad when she walk away. Here we go, been down this road, they already know. When we go on tour, I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. People talk about us like they understand just what this is. I just wanna give you all you want and then the double it. They all say I'm way too young, maybe I'm just ignorant. I won't find nobody like you on some real shit. Spend a couple hours on the phone, hey. I don't wanna let you go. I'll be all about you, babe. I'll be all about you, babe. Saying so unless you don't know, they won't find what we got.
Listen to me, God's people, get out before it gets hot. If you can't take the heat, you better get out of this kitchen right now, because I'm sick and tired of full-out war going on. God's people, bunch of filthy sodomite perverts, and if you don't like it, get out of here. Let me tell you something. I'm sick of it, and I'm not going to back down, and I'm sick of people not backing me up on this. And you know what? You are insane. If you're not going to back us up, let me tell you something. God's people, you are insane. I don't want to hang around with a bunch of fag hags. You are insane. And a bunch of queer baits and a bunch of effeminates. Get out! I don't love God. I read the Bible. I'm just a brainwashed fool. Let me tell you something. Can't think for myself. God's people, they're sodomites. They're dogs. That's what the Bible calls them. Dogs. God's people, dogs! I'm just a brainwashed fool. I'm sick of it.
As you can see, we've had our eye on you for some time now, Mr. Anderson.
I don't believe for 1 second that I am the only one smart enough to pick up the Bible and figure out that we're not supposed to mourn when homosexuals die.
One of these lives has a future, and one of them does not.
So what?
So let's just do a quick check. Let's make sure that none of our Bibles have been tampered with.
I just take pleasure in their death. God has darkened their heart and blinded their eyes. Look, if God darkens your heart and blinds your eyes, you can't believe. You can't believe. Washing our feet in the blood of the wicked in the New Testament. I'm starting to just realize the uncomfortable truth. Who here really struggles hard to be a homo? I mean, it's really hard. And you know what? These people are going to be burning in hell for all eternity. The victory is theirs. It's not ours. They've already won. We've already lost. It's already been written. We've already read the last chapter. And we know
I don't love God.
Check, check.
You have lost your mind.
Alright, let's see what's up, YouTube punk. Are y'all ready to go? Check yourselves before you wreck yourselves. My mic was acting crazy.
They ought to take
But
all the
I replaced the
homosexuals
batteries,
and put them all on a boat
and there will
give them enough
be
gas to
nothing
get
to hold
halfway out in
me
the middle of
back.
the ocean and let the sharks eat them. So there's no way to stop me. There's no way to stop the truth. This isn't preaching, this is hate speech. It's both! Because we can purge out all the sissies and purge out all the fair weather Christians, purge out all the weaklings. Because we're supposed to be treating them lovingly and respectfully. Even though the Bible says they're filthy and vile. I know some of you guys are
This is probably.
don't act like
this one is great.
Don't act like I'm
They're all good.
Some of you thumbed up some of those comments too, didn't you? I'm just saying, look, you know, hey.
Uh-oh. It's that time again.
Live from Sacred Death Studios.
From Sacred Death Studios.
Welcome everyone to Late-Night Counter-Apologetics.
We really ought to change that because this is the audiobook series. It ain't Late-Night Counter-Apologetics, but it's still the late-night crew. We're all good. We're all good.
Please welcome your host. He is the wise man of the Sacred
Oh,
Death
yeah.
Motorcycle
Oh, yeah.
Club.
Let's get those clap emojis going. I love. We need the entrance hype.
The sexiest man in all of word wrestling entertainment.
Oh, YouTube Punk is on top of the game tonight.
He is the most entertaining man in the history of evolutionary biology.
Sorry, Wallace.
He is.
Sorry, Wallace. It's just not going to work out, buddy.
Virtual visionary, Mr. Dual PhD himself.
Two of them.
Please give it up for the architect of the atheist apocalypse,
The United States champion.
investments blessed by Pine Creek, the most high apostle of the cult of the flying man. He is none other than the outlaw prince, the one and only Jesus who can save us,
Jesus saves.
Dr. Heartbreak J. Pocketlocker
Showtime. I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the look that drives the girls wild. I got the moves that really move them. I send chills up and down their spines. I'm just a sexy boy. Are y'all ready to go tonight? Are y'all ready to get into this Christopher Hitchens audiobook? Oh, it's all in the hips, folks. These are called championships hips. Championships. I make them hot. I make them shiver. Their knees get weak. Whenever I'm around, they see me walk. They hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Let's go, I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I am not playing around tonight. I am here to talk shit about these silly theists, their dumb religions, their silly gods. Do y'all see what's going on with the Supreme Court? It is not playtime. I am here to save the theist from God. Let's go!
I'm not your boy toy.
Oh, it's getting serious, folks. It's getting serious. I'm putting the robe on.
I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh.
I'm not your
Uh-oh,
boy
theist.
toy.
Time to get scared. Time to get scared. Uh-oh, the vestments are out. Let's get the hood popping. Ooh, that's a good look. Ooh, time to get scared.
I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. It's welcome everybody. It is your boy Pocket Locker back with another special edition, folks, and as always,
Ready for takeoff?
Whoa.
I am in.
We're gonna hold on my stump, what's the problem? I ain't had shit to show, being modest. Now it's grams of the wax for my conscience. Brown James in LA, you're on college. I've been jumping on them planes like a hobby. Still moving with the
Airplane mode.
It's a party on the island.
Moment of silence.
So good, get back to the topic.
Let's go. This is my cousin OG Roddy. It's airplanemode.com. Do not waste time. Go get the music right now.
Took a seat at the table of my first flip. Days in red roof with my first whip.
Oh, I gotta turn the AC up.
Seen a change in the game, had the code.
I made it hot.
Never let him take my wangs in the mold, bitch. Never made in a month, nigga. Used to serve him at the minute just the front, nigga. Goddamn. Had to grow up quick, I made my own rules. Had my first child, got it jumping with music. Can't really hang with nobody who losing.
What?
I thought by now that you would go and get it, but I could hardly see niggas this distant.
Niggas get cropped if you not in the picture. Let's go.
And I made that tag and went got a bag. Shots to the Henny and OG prescriptions, put rebel shit on the map. Took a leap from where I started at. Started balling, now I'm Chris Paul and Cats. Got them steady calling for the mold, but I'm on a roll, gotta call him back. And that's all fact.
Uh-oh. Look at that. Look at this. Look at the smooth transitions, the camera change, the headphones change. Oh, I see I did the entrance music with my in-ears. I broke out my official in-ear monitors, the ones I use when I'm playing drums on stage, folks, because I'm in serious mode.
Exits and bulkhead areas should now be
yes,
as they may interfere with the aircraft's navigation.
Come on.
Communication systems.
Look, he got the airplane record on the record, y'all. Listen, folks. I've got an awesome show lined up for you. Okay, we're going to get into chapter 8 of Christopher Hitchens' God is Not Great, all about how the New Testament is actually just as bad, if not worse, than the old one. All right, which is something... That's right. Y'all theists need to hear. Gather around in the spirit of fellowship. Everybody's here. The Refiner's Fire is here. The Marquis de Sade is here. My main man, Jewish Space Laser, is here. Sam is in the house. Liberty Bell, the sexiest United States Championship title that's ever existed, is in the house. The ushers have gathered. YouTube Punk is here. Cameron Bennett is here. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. If you don't know what it means, folks, 2 o'clock a.m. is about that time the late night crew stops giving a fuck. Basically, it is half past we give a shit. All right, so we're gonna have some fun tonight. We're gonna let loose. Before I get into Christopher Hitchens, I've got a little bit of a special bonus clip for you, a little bit of celebration of feminism. We're gonna stand in solidarity with some awesome women, because we know women are going through a hard time right now. We're all going through a hard time. Scott is gone wild. The YOLO Supreme Court has got us all a bit stressed out this fucking Independence Day. Isn't that ironic? What are we celebrating this Independence Day? Losing our motherfucking civil rights and our goddamn independence. Happy 4th of July, motherfuckers. Welcome to America. All right. So before we get the festivities started, let's go ahead and have our little communion ritual. Of course, pastor's behind. Pastor's been in the office all night long doing pastor things, working on the bots, working on the moderation, working on the Discord. All right, so I'm a little bit behind getting with the worship team. Let me get with the worship team real quick. Hang on. Y'all know the worship team, no. They some pros. They always ready to go. They don't give a shit. When I'm not ready, they stay ready because they know anytime you could be called upon. All right? So they're ready to do their thing. All right, folks, look. Let's go ahead and get this communion going. We don't have time to waste tonight, folks. Raise your glasses. Hold on to your asses. Through him, with him, in the unity of the flying man. All glory and honor is yours who flied for our sins forever and ever. Get your drinks on. Yes, y'all. You know me as a minister, love that communion, love those sacred rites. Gotta make sure we handle the church business. All right, folks.
Oh, goddamn you,
Aaron Brown, you're like my favorite guy, but I gotta be honest with you, it is a Aaron Brown kind of night. That was what we call a false switch there. Sorry, my communion is live, folks. It is real, okay? It is not the communion is not a prop, I assure you. All right, so before we get into this Christopher Hitchens, like I said, it's been a tough time for the ladies. We're going to celebrate the ladies. This is my girl, Francesca, right here. I'm used to hollering at her on TYT, where she's usually holding it down, kicking all the ass in the media and the news and the journalism and all those things. I came across this little video, looked pretty interesting. I figured I'd save it. When I see something like that, it's real weird. I come across this thing, I go, oh, I really want to watch that. I should not watch it now so I can watch it later on the show and react to it in real time with the community. That's how much y'all are always with me. I'm always thinking of you. You're always in my thoughts. I literally can't wait to see this, so please, finally, thank God we're live. Let's do this.
Here was a meme I was late to, which was the she's a 10, but I didn't understand it. I don't get it, but I'm recreating the feminist version.
Let's do it.
Here we go. She's a 10, feminist edition.
Yeah, she cool as fuck. She cool as fuck. This is one of my girls right
Kate,
here.
What was this meme?
She's a 10. It was like, I'm trying to think of some good examples, but it was like she's a 10 and then plus some deal breaker quality. I kind of tuned most of it out, so I don't really have any good examples of jokes, but there were some funny ones. I hate the like rating people on a 1 to 10 scale thing, so I kind of
Right. It was a little silly, but I also thought we could do it in. I thought about it for a while, and I was like, she's a 10 feminist edition just means us calling out.
All right, I'm gonna tell y'all the Jay Bundy scale. I know everybody's sitting at home wondering, Jay, do you rate people on the 1 to 10 scale? Sometimes I see a motherfucker and a number just pops into my head. You know what I mean? Like I see Francesca, I'm like 420. I don't know. That's the number. Seems like on a 1 to 10 scale, Francesca's about a 420. That's just a number that popped into my head. I have no idea why that random number popped into my head. Sometimes I see a person, I'm just like, definitely not, never. Right? Literally, if the human race depended on us screwing on an island where you were like, you know, that whole long ass scenario, I guess humanity's fucked because it's just not going to happen. What if there's no circumstance under which what if I put a gun to your head? I'm a dead motherfucker because I'm not sleeping with this person. Okay? Then there's like I don't know, you know, I genuinely don't know. It's like a genuine maybe. It's like not really my thing, not really my type, maybe not my preference, but I see how a lot of people could get down with that. Who knows? If I got to know them, got comfortable, we worked out the terms and conditions, like they weren't gonna like creep me out or like try to get married or like make me their boyfriend afterwards, but they were like super cool. Maybe they smoke a lot of weed. They're like a cool gamer chick. They like, you know, they either stream or they like watch my stream, you know, something I could really get behind. And they've got like a super dope personality. They love to like come over and like watch wrestling. Like, you're cool. Like, we're really genuinely friends, and I might hit you off with some dick from time to time as like a friend, like a volunteer to like enhance each other's sex life on some friend shit. Homies doing homies. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Then you have their like definitely bonable people. Like you see them, you're just like, yep, like I'm not crazy about it, but yeah, absolutely. It's like a solid, good time in the sack person, or like maybe I date them if our personality jive, they're like in the, maybe we could hang out and it could become a hangy out type of thing, okay? Then you got like definite dating material, okay? And then you have what I call like, what I'm really looking for is what I call the instant classic. Which means as soon as you and her link up, she's on your list of like your tops. You know what I'm saying? Like instant, like wherever I want to go. Like you want to sit next to me in the cockpit and meet the ushers and meet the church. Like you're cool. Like you good. You get the keys. You got the whatever you want. Like let's talk. Bring a friend. You know, whatever you want to do. It's cool. The more the merrier. All right. So. That's the system. That's the system. And I'm really just looking for the instant classic right now. I'm kind of busy with a lot of streaming and science and music and gaming. And I got these videos to make for the National Science Foundation. I got this like NIH training grant. People don't understand this because I stream a lot, but I integrate it into my work because I'm busy as shit. All right. So, you know, I really am looking for the instant classic or like the definitely like, yes. Or the like super homey type of person that could get hit off once in a while. That's all I really got time for right now. I know it was a burning question on your mind. I wanted to go into the nitty gritty so you have all the details and now you know the in and outs of the system. All right, let's go.
Fox News anchor who is legitimate. Like it's always 10 but. It's like a 10, but you actively propagandize to be a second-class citizen, to be only reduced to a 10. A 10, but you will literally only ever be a 10. That's all you'll be.
Yeah, you gotta think beyond the 10. You know?
I was on my way to DC.
Break that scale, girl.
Also, in coach class, weirdly, but I think it was just crazy because she's so stunningly beautiful. One of the most evil people in the country.
Yeah. And like just nonstop, like diarrhea coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
And nothing but propaganda. But like, what is that? Like, why? You know, you could skate by on your good looks and not be a piece of shit.
This is what I'm trying to get people to understand. Think big, y'all.
Like an actress or something, you know, or even a regular news person
or model, you know, or like
not a fashy
dope teacher
so
that people just love. Oh, she was beautiful, but she was like an amazing teacher. There's a lot of things you could do. You could be a fucking scientist.
I'm supposed to do one?
Maybe
if you would like, yes.
Okay.
Or you could do he's a 10, but I do want to, we'll put caveats on that.
Okay. She's a 10, but she thinks that the Dobbs decision.
All right, chat. Hold on. Let me see what we got here. Let me see what we got here. Let me see what we can do over here. Nobody's probably here, so who cares? But let's do it anyway. Let's add a poll. All right. She's a 10, but a believer. Options. No worries. The command. No, that's confusing. Go for it. Command is yes. Other option is hell no. Let's go with fuck no. Man, no. Ooh. Add that. Done. Start poll. There we go. All right, and for me, I'm going vote yes. Let's do it. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like me and Shorty could work it out, if you know what I'm saying. When it comes down to what we really got to do to make this relationship work, we can work it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm in that type of mood right now.
Family.
The sanctity of the family.
Yeah, she's a 10, but she's a turf.
That's a perfect one.
Yeah.
And very true. She's a 10. Mine is she's a 10, but she's got a yellow heart next to her name, and it doesn't mean she's part of the beehive.
Oh gosh, yeah, she's a 10, but she campaigned for Connor Lamb.
She's a 10.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say she's a 10, but she didn't resign from the highest court in the land when she should have.
Yeah, she's a 10, and she didn't even do it when she had terminal cancer. Oh, Ruth.
Like when I was at the marches,
I'm here for it though, because it needs to be said.
I'm like, yeah. Bless her legacy. She fought very hard.
Yeah.
A little,
but
didn't
little,
stick the landing.
Yeah, it didn't stick the landing. There you go.
I mean, definitely she did some good stuff, but I mean, the idea that people are still defending her decision not to retire, like in light of what happened, what the hell, man? You can have, she's a 10, but she's an RPG apologist at this point. So awesome.
She's a 10, but she thinks women can control their semen intake. JK, she's like a 3.
Yeah, she's a 10, but she thinks Johnny Depp is a helpless victim.
Okay, she's
it's
a 10,
like
but
she's
she
a 10, but she's dumb as fuck, aka she's a 4.
That's also the other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's for sure some psycho Amber Heard people, but the Johnny Depp thing was like a paid influencer campaign, which was really weird.
Who are we talking about? We're right now at this point just talking about how
really
RBG just didn't retire enough.
Like a great
We're just kind of femme venting right now.
Which
is weird because I'm a dude and we're mostly dudes. But hey, it was worth the time. It's a stressful time. Our feminine energy is stressed.
He's a 10. My favorite tweet about this is from Shenanigans Love, who writes, "He's a 10, but no man is a 10. This is
so we're girling out before we get into the Christopher Hitchens.
Yeah.
People are like, Jay, I thought this was a video about like some Christopher Hitchens religious audiobook. Why are we just watching TYT host side shows? Listen, there's a method to the madness.
About a guy who's a 10 where it's like
we're community building before we get into the main sermon.
Exactly. That's a big part of it. But even if they are into women, it's like, I don't know. I think like we've normalized like women being like very vain, but it's still off-putting in a man sometimes.
Yeah,
it's still just off-putting in human beings. I mean, unless you're like a sexy boy and you just got to do what you got to do, and it's part of what you have to do for the people as the champion. I couldn't be
with anyone who was like too into the way they looked.
Totally off-putting.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like who really knew that they were hot. I'm like, I used to have like a joke.
You say
a great joke, but it
welcome
was
to the late night crew.
Like a praying mantis, like I want to like fuck them, but immediately kill them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like this is fun.
That's literally what I was thinking. It's the people like they're super hot, but you actually can't stand the sound of their voice.
This really hot guy,
and everything they say is terrible.
For a while, he was incredibly he was just absolutely gorgeous, and I actually hated dating him. For that
Exactly,
reason.
like-
anything, he was like a good person.
You're-
I should have been
No.
more open-minded
We're
about
talking
it,
about
but,
awful
like,
people.
I would like bring him to comedy
I dated
shows,
terrible
and people would just always be like, "Why is he so attractive?" Like, you know, like, and I just
Explain your face.
Yeah, I wanted to be the pretty one, I guess. You know. Yeah.
I like that. I wanted to be the pretty one. He's a 10s. Okay, we have to wrap, but I just want to say he's a 10, but he can't keep a condom on.
Oh, that's
a
bad.
problem.
Like, I mean, the stealthing
Oddly specific.
So common.
But that's
Like,
just
that-
didn't know that was so
I
common.
was
Really?
stealthed by a guy, and at that time, it was like before people were like broadly talking about that.
Oh, that's so fucked up. I didn't even know this was a
And,
thing. This is like getting
now,
penis
I
bombed.
mean, that's
God damn, it's
with
awful
this,
being
like,
a
bro
woman.
stuff, there's a whole other level to it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, the stealthing. And it's not even like there's also like
Really? This is super fucked
gaslight
up.
stealthing of like, oh, but it doesn't feel good, or I just oops, or like please, you know what I mean? Like, I can't keep like there's a million
that's
different.
so fucking weird.
ways
I'm just
that
like I hate condoms, but I'll
What's
wear one
going on,
until we got a better
Frantifa?
plan.
If you have
Alright, let's get into it. Pretty piano music. Y'all know what time it is. Time to get hit slapped. In other words, if you're a theist, time to be scared. Time to be very, very scared. Turn off. Now it's time to go to bed. You know, you probably need some extra sleep. If you're a theist, you know, actually I'm kidding. Y'all know I want y'all to listen and get roasted because I'm so
Chapter
sick
8.
of this God
The
bullshit.
New Testament exceeds the evil of the Old one.
Oh, let's do it.
The work of rereading the Old Testament is sometimes tiring but always necessary because as one proceeds there begin to occur some sinister premonitions. Abraham, another ancestor of all monotheism, is ready to make a human sacrifice of his own firstborn. And a rumour comes that a virgin shall conceive and bear a son. Gradually these two myths begin to converge. It's needful to bear this in mind when coming to the New Testament, because if you pick up any of the four Gospels and read them at random, it will not be long before you learn that such and such an action or saying attributed to Jesus was done so that an ancient prophecy...
Let's do this, Lena.
Speaking of the arrival of Jesus in Jerusalem, riding astride a donkey, Matthew says in his chapter 21, verse 4, "All of this was done that it might be fulfilled, which was spoken by the prophet." The reference is probably to Zechariah, chapter 9, verse 9, where it is said that when the Messiah comes, he will be riding on an ass. The Jews are still awaiting this arrival, and the Christians claim it has already taken place. If it should seem odd that an action should be deliberately performed in order that a foretelling be vindicated, that is because it is odd. And it is necessarily odd because, just like the Old Testament, the new one is also a work of crude carpentry, hammered together long after its purported events, and full of improvised attempts to make things come out right. For concision, I shall again defer to a finer writer than myself and quote what H.L. Mencken irrefutably says in his Treatise on the Gods. The simple fact is that the New Testament, as we know it, is a helter-skelter accumulation of more or less discordant documents, some of them probably of respectable origin, but others palpably apocryphal, and that most of them, the good along with the bad, show unmistakable signs of having been tampered with. Both Payne and Mencken, who put themselves, for different reasons, to an honest effort to read the texts, have been borne out by later biblical scholarship, much of it first embarked upon to show that the texts were still relevant. But this argument takes place over the heads of those to whom the good book is all that is required. One recalls the governor of Texas, who, asked if the Bible should also be taught in Spanish, replied that if English was good enough for Jesus, then it's good enough for me. Rightly are the simple so called. In 2004, a soap opera film about the death of Jesus was produced by an Australian fascist and ham actor named Mel Gibson. Mr. Gibson adheres to a crackpot and schismatic Catholic sect, consisting mainly of himself and of his even more thuggish father, and has stated that it is a pity that his own dear wife is going to hell because she does not accept the correct sacraments. This foul doom he calmly describes as a statement from the chair. The doctrine of his own sect is explicitly anti-Semitic, and the movie sought tirelessly to lay the blame for the crucifixion upon the Jews. In spite of this obvious bigotry, which did lead to criticism from some more cautious Christians, the Passion of the Christ was opportunistically employed by many mainstream churches as a box office recruiting tool. At one of the ecumenical pre-publicity events which he sponsored, Mr. Gibson defended his filmic farrago, which is also an exercise in sadomasochistic homoeroticism.
I strangely remember like going on a school trip to see Passion of the Christ because I went to Catholic school, so I guess that was just like an okay thing to do. But it's super weird thinking back on it. Although at the time it was fun and none of us gave a shit about the movie or paid much attention to it.
Starring a talentless lead actor who was apparently born in Iceland or Minnesota, as being based on the reports of eyewitnesses. At the time, I thought it extraordinary that a multi-million-dollar hit could be openly based on such a patently fraudulent claim, but nobody seemed to turn a hair. Even Jewish authorities were largely silent. But then some of them wanted to dampen down this old argument, which for centuries had led to Easter pogroms against the Christ-killing Jews. It was not until 2 decades after the Second World War that the Vatican formally withdrew the charge of deicide against the Jewish people as a whole. And the truth is that the Jews used to claim credit for the crucifixion. Maimonides described the punishment of the detestable Nazarene.
Lena, is it really though? Like now? That's so interesting to me. Yeah, I mean, I guess that makes sense. I just think of it as being so criticized now, but yeah, it was a really big deal at the time.
Nazarene heretic, as one of the greatest achievements of the Jewish elders, insisted that the name Jesus never be mentioned, except when accompanied by a curse, and announced that his punishment was to be boiled in excrement for all eternity. What a good Catholic Maimonides would have made. However, he fell into the same error as do the Christians in assuming that the four Gospels were in any sense a historical record. Their multiple authors, none of whom published anything until many decades after the crucifixion, cannot agree on anything of importance. Matthew and Luke cannot concur on the virgin birth or the genealogy of Jesus. They flatly contradict each other on the flight into Egypt, Matthew saying that Joseph was warned in a dream to make an immediate escape, and Luke saying that all three stayed in Bethlehem until Mary's purification according to the laws of Moses, which would make it 40 days, and then went back to Nazareth via Jerusalem. Incidentally, if the dash to Egypt to conceal a child from Herod's infanticide campaign has any truth to it, then Hollywood and many, many Christian iconographers have been deceiving us. It would have been very difficult to take a blonde, blue-eyed baby to the Nile Delta without attracting rather than avoiding attention. The Gospel according to Luke states that the miraculous birth occurred in a year when the Emperor Caesar Augustus ordered a census for the purpose of taxation, and that this happened at a time when Herod reigned in Judea and Quirinius was governor of Syria. This is the closest to a triangulation of historical dating that any biblical writer even attempts. But Herod died 4 years BC, and during his rulership the governor of Syria was not Quirinius. There is no mention of any Augustan census by any Roman historian, but the Jewish chronicler Josephus mentions one that did occur, without the onerous requirement for people to return to their places of birth, and 6 years after the birth of Jesus is supposed to have taken place. This is all of it.
It's so funny to me, the scribal errors thing, but really, like, it's too effective of an apologetic for, like, literally everything.
Quite evidently, a garbled and oral-based reconstruction, undertaken some considerable time after the fact. The scribes cannot even agree on the mythical elements. They disagree wildly about the Sermon on the Mount, the anointing of Jesus, the treachery of Judas, and Peter's haunting denial. Most astonishingly, they cannot converge on a common account of the crucifixion or the resurrection. Thus, the one interpretation that we simply have to discard is the one that claims divine warrant for all four of them. The book on which all four may possibly have been based, known speculatively to scholars as Q, has been lost forever, which seems distinctly careless on the part of the god who is claimed to have inspired it. 60 years ago, at Nag Hammadi in
Imagine
Egypt,
this hypothetical. I just can't even with this hypothetical document bullshit.
Site. These scrolls were of the same period and provenance as many of the subsequently canonical and authorized Gospels, and have long gone under the collective name of Gnostic. This was the title given them by a certain Irenaeus, an early church father who placed them under a ban as heretical. They include the Gospels, or narratives, of marginal but significant figures in the accepted New Testament, such as doubting Thomas and Mary Magdalene. They now also include the Gospel of Judas, known for centuries to have existed, but now brought to light and published by the National Geographic Society in the spring of 2006. The book is chiefly spiritualist drivel, as one might expect, but it offers a version of events that is fractionally more credible than the official account. For one thing, it maintains, as do its partner texts, that the supposed God of the Old Testament is the one to be avoided, a ghastly emanation from sick minds. This makes it easy to see why it was so firmly banned and denounced. Orthodox Christianity is nothing if it is not a vindication and completion of that evil story. Judas attends the final Passover meal, as usual, but departs from the customary script. When Jesus appears to pity his other disciples for knowing so little about what is at stake, his rogue follower boldly says that he believes he knows what the difficulty is. "I know who you are and where you have come from," he tells the leader. "You are from the immortal realm of Barbelo." This Barbelo is not a god but a heavenly destination, a motherland beyond the stars. Jesus comes from this celestial realm, but is not the son of any Mosaic god. Instead, he is an avatar of Seth, the third and little-known son of Adam. He is the one who will show the Sethians the way home. Recognizing that Judas is at least a minor adept of this cult, Jesus takes him to one side and awards him the special mission of helping him shed his fleshly form and thus return heavenward. He also promises to show him the stars that will enable Judas to follow on. Deranged science fiction though this is, it makes infinitely more sense than the everlasting curse placed on Judas for doing what somebody had to do in this otherwise pedantically arranged chronicle of a death foretold. It also makes infinitely more sense than blaming the Jews for all eternity. For a long time there was incandescent debate over which of the Gospels should be regarded as divinely inspired. Some argued for these and some for others, and many a life was horribly lost on the proposition. Nobody dared say that they were all man-inscribed long after the supposed drama was over, and the Revelation of St. John seems to have squeezed into the canon because of its author's rather ordinary name. But as Jorge Luis Borges put it, had the Alexandrian Gnostics won the day, some later Dante would have drawn us a hypnotically beautiful word picture of the wonders of Barbelo. This concept I might choose to call the Borges shale, the verve and imagination needed to visualize a cross-section of evolutionary branches and bushes, with the extraordinary but real possibility that a different stem or line or tune or poem had predominated in the labyrinth. Great ceilings and steeples and hymns, he might have added, would have consecrated it, and skilled torturers would have worked for days on those who doubted the truth of Barbelo, beginning with the fingernails and working their way ingeniously toward the testicles, the vagina, the eyes, and the viscera. Non-belief in Barbelo would, correspondingly, have been an unfailing sign that one had no morals at all. The best argument I know for the highly questionable existence of Jesus is this. His illiterate living disciples left us no record and in any event could not have been Christians, since they were never to read those later books in which Christians must affirm belief, and in any case had no idea that anyone would ever found a church on their master's announcements. There is scarcely a word in any of the later assembled Gospels to suggest that Jesus wanted to be the founder of a church either. Notwithstanding all that, the jumbled Old Testament prophecies indicate that the Messiah will be born in the city of David, which seems indeed to have been Bethlehem. However, Jesus' parents were apparently from Nazareth, and if they had a child, he was most probably delivered in that town. Thus, a huge amount of fabrication concerning Augustus, Herod, and Quirinius is involved in confecting the census tale and moving the nativity scene to Bethlehem, where, by the way, no stable is ever mentioned. But why do this at all, since a much easier fabrication would have had him born in Bethlehem in the first place, without any needless to-do? The very attempts to bend and stretch the story may be inverse proof that someone of later significance was indeed born, so that in retrospect, and to fulfill the prophecies, the evidence had to be massaged to some extent. But then even my attempt to be fair and open-minded in this case is subverted by the Gospel of John, which seems to suggest that Jesus was neither born in Bethlehem nor descended from King David. If the apostles do not know or cannot agree, of what use is my analysis? In any case, if his royal lineage is something to brag and prophesy about, why the insistence elsewhere on apparently lowly birth? Almost all religions, from Buddhism to Islam, feature either a humble prophet or a prince who comes to identify with the poor. But what is this if not populism? It is hardly a surprise if religions choose to address themselves first to the majority who are poor and bewildered and uneducated. The contortions and illiteracies of the New Testament have filled up many books by eminent scholars and have never been explained by any Christian authority except in the feeblest terms of metaphor and a Christ of faith. This feebleness derives from the fact that until recently, Christians could simply burn or silence anybody who asked any inconvenient questions. The Gospels are useful, however, in re-demonstrating the same point as their predecessor volumes, which is that religion is man-made. The law was given by Moses, says St. John, but grace and truth came by Jesus Christ. St. Matthew tries for the same effect, basing everything on a verse or two from the prophet Isaiah, which told King Ahaz, almost 8 centuries before the still unfixed date of the birth of Jesus, that the Lord shall give you a sign. a virgin will conceive and bear a son. This encouraged Ahaz to believe that he would be given victory over his
I'm
enemies.
going to
which
close
in the result,
since we're
even
not
if you
watching
take
that
his
segment
story's
anymore.
historical narrative,
That's funny.
He was not. The picture is even further altered when we know
Yeah,
that the word
it's screwed
translated
up.
as
Like,
virgin.
it's totally...
Alma means only...
as far as I understand it, like a result of, you know, oh, these texts have to be included because if not, you know, these people won't get on board. And I don't think that... Again, like, it's tough because I know a lot of apologists go to certain things, and it's like, for me, it's just easy because it's like, honestly, that's what I was trying to do, and I just found it, the answers so unsatisfying. And it's like, as far as I understand, like, you know, it was always just put together by church fathers at the different conventions with all the different considerations and the hoo-has and the whatever, you know. But that was my understanding even as a Christian. So I don't necessarily hold to that view necessarily based on the fact that I don't believe anymore. And I'd be happy to be convinced otherwise. But as far as I can tell, it's, yeah, wasn't satisfying for me as a believer.
Only a young woman. In any case, parthenogenesis is not possible for human mammals, and even if this law were to be relaxed in just one case, it would not prove that the resulting infant had any divine power. Thus, and as usual, religion arouses suspicion by trying to prove too much. By reverse analogy, the Sermon on the Mount replicates Moses on Mount Sinai, and the nondescript disciples stand in for the Jews who followed Moses wherever he went. And thus, prophecy is fulfilled for anyone who doesn't notice or doesn't care that the story is being reverse-engineered, as we might now say. In a short passage of only one gospel, seized upon by the Jew-baiting Mel Gibson, the rabbis are made to echo God on Sinai, and actually to call for the guilt in the blood of Jesus to descend upon all their subsequent generations. A demand that, even if it were to be made, lay well beyond their right or their power.
All right, folks, it's YouTube pervert time. Let's see. It is time to sing our offering song. Oh yeah, it's got that good old time feel to it. Let's go. If you're happy, put your money in the plate. If you're happy, put your money in the plate. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy, put your money in the plate. Sing along, y'all. If you're happy, put your money in the plate. If you're happy, put your money in the plate. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy, put your money in the plate. Links in the description.
But the case of the virgin birth is the easiest possible proof that humans were involved in the manufacture of a legend. Jesus makes large claims for his heavenly Father, but never mentions that his mother is or was a virgin, and is repeatedly very rude and coarse to her when she makes an appearance, as Jewish mothers will, to ask or to see how he's getting on. She herself appears to have no memory of the Archangel Gabriel's visitation,
it'll be on my channel,
or of the swarm of angels, both telling her that she's the mother of God. In all accounts, everything that her son does comes to her as a complete surprise, if not a shock. What can he be doing talking to rabbis in the temple?
Lena, you trying to get banned right now?
He's on his father's business. One might have expected a stronger maternal memory, especially from someone who had undergone the experience, alone among all women, of discovering herself pregnant without having undergone the notorious preconditions for that happy state. Luke even makes a telling slip at one point, speaking of the parents of Jesus when he refers only to Joseph and Mary as they visit the temple for her purification and are hailed by the old man Simeon, who pronounces his wonderful Nunc Dimittis, which, another of my old chapel favourites, may also be an intended echo of Moses, glimpsing the promised land only in extreme old age. Then there's the extraordinary matter of Mary's large brood. Matthew informs us, chapter 13, verses 55 to 57, that there were 4 brothers of Jesus and some sisters also. In the Gospel of James, which is not canonical but not disowned either, we have the account by Jesus' brother of that same name, who was evidently very active in religious circles at the same period. Arguably, Mary could have conceived as a Virgo intacta and delivered a baby, which would certainly have made her to that extent less intact. But how did she go on producing children by the man Joseph, who only exists in reported speech, and thus make the Holy Family so large that eyewitnesses kept remarking on it? In order to resolve this near unmentionable and near sexual dilemma, reverse engineering is again applied, this time much more recently than the frantic early church councils that decided which Gospels were synoptic and which were apocryphal. It is determined that Mary herself, of whose birth there is absolutely no account in any holy book, must have had a prior immaculate conception that rendered her essentially stainless. And it is further determined that since the wage of sin is death, and she cannot possibly have sinned, she cannot have died. Hence the dogma of the...
These beliefs are so weird. Like, they're just so weird. I was listening to Sinetter Studios earlier. He had a bunch of Hebrew Israelites on, and I was just like, oh my goodness, it is so genuinely creepy to me that people actually believe this stuff so much that they'll try to convince other people of it. It's weird how Jesus' family doesn't believe him and try to stop him and take him back home. It's like the authors wanted to portray Jesus as a typical faith healer charlatan. Yeah, it's pretty weird. Especially because it's easily the type of thing that if you were actually trying to sell Jesus, you could just easily not include, or seemingly easily not include. But then, and this is what Christopher Hitchens always gets at. That's the type of stuff that makes you think that there's some kind of something going on. Maybe not even necessarily like a historical figure, but maybe, pre-existing, previous narratives that people felt like they had to include. Because some of that stuff, it's a weird way to construct the hero narrative, which is sort of what it seems to be doing.
The assumption, which asserts out of thin air, that thin air is the medium through which...
But then again, that's kind of the theme of the Christian weirdness, right? It always does the weird stuff to I don't know, which is smart, right? It's how you appeal to a much broader audience.
But she went to heaven while avoiding the grave. It is of interest to note the dates of these magnificent, ingenious edicts. The doctrine of the Immaculate Conception was announced or discovered by Rome in 1852, and the dogma of the Assumption in 1951. To say that something is man-made is not always to say that it is stupid. These heroic rescue attempts deserve some credit, even as we watch the leaky original vessel sink without trace, but inspired though the Church's resolution may be, it would insult the deity to claim that such inspiration...
Yeah, and I think it'd be smart for the Church to actually embrace that.
Just as the script of the Old Testament is riddled with dreams and with astrology, the sun standing still so that Joshua can complete his massacre at a site that has never been located, so the Christian Bible is full of star predictions, notably the one over Bethlehem, and witch doctors and sorcerers. Many of the sayings and deeds of Jesus are innocuous, most especially the Beatitudes, which express such fanciful wish-thinking about the meek and the peacemakers. But many are unintelligible and show a belief in magic. Several are absurd and show a primitive attitude to agriculture. This extends to all mentions of ploughing and sowing, and all allusions to mustard or fig trees. And many are on the face of it flat-out immoral. The analogy of humans to lilies, for instance, suggests, along with many other injunctions, that things like thrift, innovation, family life, and so forth are a sheer waste of time. Take no thought for the morrow. This is why some of the Gospels, synoptic and apocryphal, report people, including his family members, saying at the time that they thought Jesus must be mad. There were also those who noticed that he was often a rather rigid Jewish sectarian. In Matthew chapter 15, verses 21 to 28, we read of his contempt for a Canaanite woman, who implored his aid for an exorcism and was brusquely told that he would not waste his energy on a non-Jew. His disciples and the persistence of the woman eventually persuaded him to unbend and to cast out the non-devil. In my opinion, An idiosyncratic story like this is another oblique reason for thinking that some such personality may at some time have lived. There were many deranged prophets roaming Palestine at the time, but this one reportedly believed himself at least some of the time to be God or the Son of God, and that has made all the difference. Make just two assumptions, that he believed this, and that he also promised his followers that he would reveal his kingdom before they came to the end of their own lives, and all but one or two of his gnomic remarks make some kind of sense. This point was never put more frankly than by C.S. Lewis, who's recently re-emerged as the most popular Christian apologist, in his Mere Christianity. He happens to be speaking about the claim of Jesus to take sins on himself. Now, unless the speaker is God, this is really so preposterous as to be comic. We can all understand how a man forgives offences against himself. You tread on my toes, and I forgive you. You steal my money, and I forgive you. But what should we make of a man, himself unrobbed?
Yeah, I mean, and that's the kind of thing that, it's so weird that that's acceptable. How can you say that as an immoral? How can you say that's immoral as an atheist? I almost really say, like, when I hear that, especially when I hear it in like a public debate or something, I'll sit there and be like, did anybody else just hear him say that? Because to me, it's almost like an insult to a person, right? It'd be like, you know, how can you be loyal as a fill in the blank? You know what I mean? Like, you'd be like, really? Like, what about me? You know? But like, you know, it's like they get away with that whole toxic ideation of, well, you don't have a foundation for an objective morality. And it's just like, all right, you know what? Like, I don't want to do this.
And untrodden on, who announced that he forgave you for treading on other men's toes and stealing other men's money. Asinine fatuity is the kindest description.
Well, the truth is, actually, I do want to do it, but I want to be like, all right, I want to hit it with the, you know, I'm taking the gloves off, so to speak, because I just feel like at that point a person's literally just insulted you. So you should be able to just be like, all right, well, listen, mister, if you want to sit here and defend your little fairy tales, you know, like I kind of prefer to take that tone myself, but I was trying to be nice.
Should give of his conduct. Yet this is what Jesus did. He told people that their sins were forgiven, and never waited to consult all the other people whom their sins had undoubtedly injured. He unhesitatingly behaved as if...
Dude, that's what was so weird about the Hebrew Israelite bullshit, Lena. She said it's also worth noting that the belief in being God is somewhat ubiquitous among shamanism and mysticism. Like, that's what they were saying. They were like going into the ancients and how we're connected to the true idea of, what was it, Jerusalem. And then they were like saying that the modern world is fallen, and they think of themselves as descendant, which means like going down, but they're like ascending. And it was like, nah, bro, like that's not what people mean when we say descendant. Like, it was super, super weird. I wish I had the Arm Brown weird like a soundbite. I need to get that.
He was the party chiefly concerned, the person chiefly offended in all offences. This makes sense only if he really was the God whose laws...
Yeah, the charitable listening is the thing, right? And I try to be that way, especially when I'm talking to an actual person. I talk a lot of shit when I'm interacting with footage by myself, but I try to be a more reasonable human being when I'm listening to others. And honestly, the thing is, like, I feel like the more and more I start to learn about these things, I really do kind of get it. Like, I do. Like, you get, because I get like where I was at. Like, you're wrapped up in the thing and you're not really doubting your faith because your faith is like super important to you, and it all makes sense because, you know, you've kind of gotten used to it or understood it, and you know, it is supernatural, right? And so because it's supernatural, it isn't really bounded by the like rules of the game, so to speak. which is what frustrates me, right? Because most of the time when I'm dealing with that type of thinking, I feel frustrated because I feel like the person's just cheating and like they're like stuck in like this kind of childish way of like wanting to keep things on easy mode and be able to have their like trump card that they can just whip out and be like, well, you know, Jesus just does whatever he wants, you know, and you're like, yeah, I guess he does. I don't really have any, you know, because again, if I have to take you seriously at your word and your theology, then yeah, but I'm kind of thinking like, I want to start with like, don't you ever get bored of that though? And like, to me, it's like, put a little bit more at stake to where, I don't know, you might actually be influenced. So I think sometimes I got to start with, is a person willing to hear new information? Like, I remember we had the opportunity to interview Rebecca from Bread of Life on Hot Program, not earlier on a Sunday or whatever, like yesterday, like the last week. And one of the things that came up that I didn't get a chance to ask her, because somebody mentioned it like afterwards, I think, was, you know, would she, or they mentioned to me again afterwards, would she want to know if God wasn't real? And I got the opportunity, I think this week, I just popped up on her channel or whatever to ask her that. And she said she would. And, you know, like, I appreciated the straight up answer on that. But I think a lot of times I'd be interested to have that conversation with somebody. I even tried to like do this with my mom. Like, I asked her, like, with regard to her faith, like, does it matter if it's true? And her answer was really interesting, and it led to a really interesting conversation. And I'm not suggesting that as some sort of like counter-apologetic technique. I'm just trying to say that for me, as somebody who wants to like, you know, find a way to have like real conversations with somebody, I think before I get to like this whole like argument space or whatever, you kind of want to establish like, what are we doing? Like, are we really going to be getting into something here? Or is this just like, you want to chit chat and like bounce some ideas around? Because I kind of approach those situations very differently. Yeah, it was cool to hear her say that, right? And you know, I think if nothing else, there's kind of a quest in this whole thing to find interesting questions, right? Because it's hard to do that after a while in and of itself. Yeah, she engages with a lot more direct opposition than most theists, and yeah, I respect that a lot too. She's also she's a good broadcaster, and she juggles all of that well. And having the opportunity to like have her on my show where I was trying to do that and had a bunch of things going on, she was noticeably more comfortable than pretty much anybody else that we deal with. And I felt like she's more on top of her broadcasting stuff than me in some ways, because she's been doing it a bit longer. So yeah, I was actually really impressed with her. Yeah, and I've kind of, you know, popped up and seen her around a while. I consider her like one of my YouTube friends for sure. It's just we disagree on some key things. I do react to her stuff a lot. And again, like, I don't think it's a big deal. I think part of what's cool about her is I talk a lot of shit about her. I'm pretty open about that. It's not a secret. I'm sure she knows, and I'm sure she doesn't care. And it's just kind of is what it is. So big ups to her for being cool about all that.
Are broken, and whose love is wounded.
And I just noticed the T here in Hitchens kind of giving me crucifix vibes.
Not God, these words would imply what I can only regard as a silliness and conceit.
Just the top of it. I think because I had it covered. Yeah, I think it's because I had it covered. All right.
It will be noticed that Lewis assumes on no firm evidence whatever that Jesus actually was a character in history, but let that pass. He deserves some credit for accepting the logic and the morality of what he has just stated. To those who argue that Jesus may have been a great moral teacher without being divine, of whom the deist Thomas Jefferson incidentally claimed to be one, Lewis has this stinging riposte. That is the one thing we must not say. A man who was merely a man and said the sort of things Jesus said would not be a great moral teacher. He would either be a lunatic on a level with the man who says he is a poached egg, or else he would be the devil of hell. You must make your choice. Either this man was and is the Son of God, or else a madman and something worse.
It's so funny. You have to have an opinion about Jesus.
You can spit at him and kill him as a demon.
You must.
Or you can fall at his feet and call him Lord and God. But let us not come with any patronizing nonsense about his being a great human teacher. He has not left that open to us. He did not intend to. I am not choosing a straw man here. Lewis is the main chosen propaganda vehicle for Christianity in our time, and nor am I accepting his rather wild supernatural categories.
Unfortunately, I'm like, why are people still talking about this guy?
Least of all do I accept his reasoning,
weird.
which is so pathetic as to defy description and which takes his two false alternatives as exclusive antitheses and then uses them to fashion a crude non sequitur. Now, it seems to me obvious that he was neither a lunatic nor a fiend, and consequently, however strange or terrifying.
That's a watching apologists get dunked on helped me challenge my faith, but I can't remember being challenged or made fun of myself. I don't think I'd be as receptive if it were happening to me. Yeah, I think it's one of the interesting things in this kind of YouTube community, or a lot of YouTube communities. I think you do make yourself public. There's a lot of criticism. I'm pretty much super small, so nobody really bothers me. But I'm sure people will. I've had other things, I've felt genuinely harassed by people with the penis bombing and the nigger bombing. I guess that is a good way to call it, when people just either type nigger a bunch of times in the chat or the private chat if they call in, or say it a bunch of times on stream, or all the jerking off on my stream. So there's always stuff out here happening, and it sucks too, because unlike a lot of people, I try to make myself easy to find, easy to get to, and easy to relate to by making it easy to know, to get to know me, that's my legal name, you know what I mean? So you kind of hope, in some sense, you're relying on people's goodwill, but you recognize that you're a public figure and people can, unfortunately, have bad intentions.
Or unlikely it may seem, I have to accept the view that he was and is God. However, I do credit him with honesty and with some courage. Either the Gospels are in some sense literal truth, or the whole thing is essentially a fraud, and perhaps an immoral one at that. Where it can be stated with certainty, and on their own evidence, that the Gospels are most certainly not literal truth. This means that many of the sayings and teachings of Jesus are hearsay upon hearsay upon hearsay, which helps explain their garbled and contradictory nature. The most glaring of these, at least in retrospect, and certainly from the believer's point of view, concern the imminence of his second coming, and his complete indifference to the founding of any temporal church. The logia, or reported speeches, are repeatedly cited by bishops of the early church who wished that they had been present at the time but were not, as eagerly solicited third-hand commentaries.
It's old
give a
school.
Conspicuous example. Many years after C.S. Lewis had gone to his reward, a very serious young man named Barton Ehrman began to examine his own fundamentalist assumptions. He had attended the two most eminent Christian fundamentalist academies in
Yeah, I definitely do too, actually. I absolutely get it. And I think it's kind of cool too, because I think for those content creators like Vice Rhino and Logic who do that, it's probably very liberating, right? That's they kind of figured out a way to really, handle that problem, and if they're comfortable with that, that's great.
The United States, and was considered by the faithful to be among their champions. Fluent in Greek and Hebrew, he's now holder.
I'm fortunate, right? I'm an evolutionary biologist, right? And my teaching mentor is Rob Pennock, who literally half of our semester we spend going over with our students in a class called Darwin's Law. We go over why intelligent design creationism is not science, right? And I'm an evolutionary biologist, like I said. So none of my colleagues are gonna be like, really, you're an atheist? That's unacceptable. You can't. What? You don't believe in religion? What, you teach with raw panic and you don't believe in religion? That's unbelievable. That's get out of here. So I actually consider myself quite fortunate, honestly.
Of a chair in religious studies, he eventually could not quite reconcile his faith with his scholarship. He was astonished to find that some of the best-known Jesus stories were scribbled into the canon long after the fact, and that this was true of perhaps the best-known of them all. This story is the celebrated one about the woman taken in adultery, John chapter 8, verses 3 to 11. Who has not heard or read of how the Jewish Pharisees, skilled in casuistry, dragged this poor woman before Jesus and demanded to know if he agreed with the Mosaic punishment of stoning her to death? If he did not, he violated the law. If he did, he made nonsense of his own preachings. One easily pictures the squalid zeal with which they pounced upon the woman, and the calm reply, after writing upon the ground, "He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone at her," has entered our literature and our consciousness. This episode is even celebrated on celluloid.
No, I have not.
In Mel Gibson's Travesty, and it is a lovely moment in David Lean's Dr. Zhivago, where Lara goes to the priest in her extremity and is asked, Jesus,
I'll check it out, though. I'll pull it up.
Go and sin
over
no
here.
more, is her reply. And did she, child? Asks the priest fiercely. I don't know, Father. Nobody knows, responds the priest, unhelpfully in the circumstances. Nobody indeed does know. Long before I read Ehrman, I had some questions of my own. If the New Testament is supposed to vindicate Moses, why are the gruesome laws of the Pentateuch to be undermined? An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, and the killing of witches may seem brutish and stupid, but if only non-sinners have the right to punish, then how could an imperfect society ever determine how to prosecute offenders? We should all be hypocrites. And what authority did Jesus have to forgive? Presumably, at least one.
Sorry, I don't know why I
kept
keeps
felt
playing.
cheated and outraged.
I thought it would have started.
Is Christianity then sheer sexual permissiveness?
All right, I
If so,
subbed.
it has been gravely
Thanks, Lena.
misunderstood ever since. And what was being written on the ground? Nobody knows again. Furthermore, the story says that after the Pharisees and the crowd had melted away...
Yes, guys,
presumably
join that Discord with the cool
nobody
kids.
was left, except Jesus and the woman. In that case, who is the narrator of what he said to her? For all that, I thought it a fine enough story. Professor Ehrman goes further. He asks some more obvious questions. If the woman was taken in adultery, which means...
If you're one of our regulars, let me know in the...
Mosaic law, adumbrated in Leviticus,
Let me know in
makes
the
it
guest
clear that
room
both
and I'll
must
make you a
undergo
member.
stoning. I suddenly realized that the core of the story's charm is that of the shivering, lonely girl, hissed at and dragged away by a crowd of sex-starved fanatics, and finally encountering a friendly face. As to the writing in the dust, Ehrman mentions an old tradition which postulates that Jesus was scrawling the known transgressions of others present, thus leading to blushing and shuffling and eventually to hasty departure.
It's so weird to me. This is what I'm saying about it all being so weird to me, right? Like, part of me sits back and honestly wants to sit back like this and be like, wait. Are these grown-ass men in the 21st century sitting here speculating, coming up with theories about what Jesus was scribbling in the dirt during the story of the women in the well? Like, what are we doing? What no, really though. Like, we've really taken a hard wrong turn somewhere. Like, why? Like, could we play marbles? Could we actually play marbles? I genuinely, like, have you seen all the badass shit people are doing with marbles these days? There's like crazy YouTube videos with marbles that I promise you will have you entertained. There's like marble Olympics that will have you entertained for hours. Can we please literally play marbles? Because that would be so much of a better use of everybody's time than talking about what Jesus may have scribbled in the dirt. Like, oh my goodness. Why? And that's why we have to do what we have to do. We literally have to save theists from God. We literally have to do this. It's so important because they're ruining the government and society and everything, and none of this makes sense.
Gotcha. I find I love this idea, even if it would mean a level of worldly curiosity and prurience and foresight on his part.
The unquestionable assumptions you will make the attempts to rationalize it. Exactly.
The shocking fact that, as Ehrman concedes...
Yeah, marbles is dope. I ain't even gonna front on you. Marbles is really where it's at.
In our oldest and best manuscripts of the Gospel of John.
I'll try to give you a little sneak peek here. We should almost be wrapping this up.
Including the stories immediately before and after. And it includes a large number of words and phrases that are otherwise alien to the Gospel. The conclusion is unavoidable. this passage was not originally part of the Gospel. I have again selected my source on the basis of evidence against interest, in other words, from someone whose original scholarly and intellectual journey was not at all intended to challenge Holy Writ.
Yeah, honestly, that's somebody like me. That is so somebody like me.
Has been in tatters for some time. And
I did not start out trying to
research.
counter-apologize.
No revelation can be derived from that quarter. So then, let the advocates and partisans of religion rely on faith alone, and let them be brave enough to admit that this is what they are doing.
All right, I know like millions and millions of people are gonna watch this later once I like blow up. I don't. What do they call this? No. We need stuff like this. This is what I'm talking about here. This is what I'm talking about. Look at this. Countries, okay. Look, theists, pay attention, theists. This is look. You need this. This is what you should do instead. Look at this. Look at. Oh, look at this. This is amazing. Actually, I'm gonna put the little marbles app on our stream. I'm gonna just add it and like put it on a little window in the corner. And we'll pull up marbles when I'm doing random stuff on stream on Pocket Locker. Go head over to Pocket Locker. If you're watching this on Jay Bundy, head over to the Pocketlocker86 YouTube channel where I do my Pocketlocker86 perversion. I also mirror it on Twitch where I really like to be a pervert and stream pretty much all week because I just like streaming, y'all. I love to be watched. But I actually love to be streaming when I'm not being watched. I actually have a couple secret channels that I literally don't tell anybody about. And I use them for testing. I've been streaming on them a lot recently. And I kind of sometimes just enjoy streaming and hanging out on my channels and broadcasting to myself. I'm real weird, y'all. Real weird. I got a live problem. I just live to be live. Even when I want to be alone, I still want to be live. I might want to be alone, but I could be testing my rig out on my private channel. So let's do that. That's kind of how my brain works. All right, guys, this was super fun. Let me see here, folks. This was great. No, in all seriousness, I really do love doing this because, like I said, we do a lot in this community where, even though we're counter-apologizing a lot of times and a lot of us are atheists, we still put a lot of the focus and the emphasis on the theists and their ideas. We spend an awful lot of time talking about God. We spend an awful lot of time talking about theists and what they believe and why they believe it, okay? So I thought we should spend some time talking about the positive case for atheism, some of our intellectual heroes, why we don't believe and why we don't believe it, okay? And so honestly, when I play this back, when I think about, all the other things I could be doing on stream, playing games, having fun, doing science, doing production stuff, like I look back at these broadcasts sometimes and I just it's just me and Christopher Hitchens, and I hope I just add a little personality. These are very easy broadcasts to do compared to Late-Night Counter-Apologetics or Hot Programs or No Good and Evil, any of those things where I feel like I've got to really work hard and come up with the content and think hard about what's going on. This is a time for me to just lay back, listen to Christopher Hitchens, add my little 2 cents here and there, and hope you guys have enjoyed it. So I am live on Pocketlocker86. It's 3:22. I'll probably go till at least 4:20 and maybe 5 or so on the after party I'll do on Pocketlocker86. So if you're on Jay Bundy after I finish this show, what I normally do is I'll do the ending here. I'll turn off the Jay Bundy machine, which means I'll go to Restream, turn off the Jay Bundy. I'll keep all the Pocketlocker86 channels on. I'll play a commercial. I'll go to the countdown again, and then when I do that, that means I'm starting the after party, and then I'll still be live on my Pocketlocker86 channels. I will probably hit up my PlayStation for a little bit, game, see who's live, see what's going on over there, and then I'm gonna call it a night, eat some Chinese food, watch wrestling, and tomorrow's the 4th of July, today's the 4th of July, whatever, so I'm gonna wake up probably in the middle of the afternoon, do some cleaning, do a bunch of stuff around the studio, probably have another late night stream just for shits and giggles, just because like I said, I love to be live. I like what I'm doing. I'm having a good time. All right, so let's check this mic out. Oh, mic number 3 tonight. I could whip out mic number 4 and 5, but I won't even do it. I won't even do you like that. There's really no need to. Listen, folks. This here around the call to the flying man is very serious business. We're here to save theists from God. We're here to save atheists from boredom. So we got to do official church business, which means if you enjoyed the stream tonight, folks, then you ought to praise the spirit of the doubt and get with the flying man up in this place. Hallelujah. You can be a non-believer. You can be a non-believer. I shouldn't go too far because this cord's not that long. Everybody can be a non-believer. Why is my phone ringing? Is somebody calling me? What is happening right now? One of my friends, Cloud, is calling me. Cloud, I'm streaming. Cloud, are you watching me and then you decided to call me? People are weird, y'all. People are weird. I love y'all. Listen, praise the spirit of doubt up in this place tonight. Listen, folks. If y'all are not serious about it, listen, folks. Scientific instrument right here. Spirit meter 420. What's going? Okay, look, that's the spirit meter. It's showing you right there proof that the spirit of doubt is in here tonight. All right, I love you guys. Y'all have been wonderful. Stay tuned on Pocketlocker86 for the after show. Check out Hot Program on YouTube. Check out Jay Bundy on YouTube. I'll see you guys in a little bit for the after show. Let's see how we do this. Boom. Poof.
She got that sweet juice, Minute Maid, summer vibe, that lemonade. Take a sip, blowing purple clouds, taste like lemon haze. Conversations back and forth like damn, we could go on for days. Looking back at it like damn, she bad when she walk away. Here we go, been down this road, they already know. When we go on tour, I'll take you anywhere you wanna go. People talk about us like they understand just what this is. I just wanna give you all you want and then the double it. They all say I'm way too young, maybe I'm just ignorant. I won't find nobody like you on some real shit. Spend a couple hours on the phone. Hey, I don't wanna let you go. I'll be all about you, babe. I'll be all about you, babe. Saying so unless you don't know, they won't find what we got and that gon' drive me crazy. No need to rush, I'ma still be here tomorrow. Had to take my chances, baby, I just struck the lotto. And I'll be so gone, don't know where I go wrong. Don't remember last night, I blame it on the bottle. And I'm just living life, I would rather not question it. All the time invested, you could see that we was next to win. Over anything, I'll still be right here when they gone. I just had to put you in the sun, don't get me wrong. They all say I'm way too young, baby, I'm just ignorant. I won't find nobody like you on some real shit. Spend a couple hours on the phone. Hey, I don't wanna let you go. I'll be all about you, babe. I'll be all about you, babe. Saying so unless you don't know, they won't find what we got and that gon' drive me crazy.
In the dull and commonplace occurrences of day-to-day living, one thing stands out as a completely unique experience. Colt 45 malt liquor. In the dull and commonplace occurrences of day-to-day living, one thing stands out as a completely unique experience. Colt 45 malt liquor.
Believe it or not, we have over a mile of inspectors at the Volkswagen factory. More than 7,000 men who have only one job: to keep an eye on the way Volkswagens are made. And there's no nonsense about them. They reject a Volkswagen, or part of a Volkswagen, for little things you might never even see. And when one of our inspectors says no, it's no. That's why you'll never find so much as a blob of paint or a stitch out of place on a new Volkswagen. An inspector finds it first. Frankly, not every car we make makes it. But any car that gets to the end of that long line of inspectors is a Volkswagen.
This is the art season in New York. At the Metropolitan, the Guggenheim, the new Whitney Museum, Museum of Modern Art, and here at the elegant Wally F. Art Galleries, where art lovers see a show that marries art with fashion. This abstraction, called Caperland No. 1, is not a painting and it's not on canvas. It's printed on Caperland nylon and can be worn. So fashion models walk through the art galleries wearing chic dresses in the same prints that are framed to hang on the walls like old masters. And what's more, this art is washable. Leading dress designers think the bigger, the bolder, the wilder the print, the more artistic the dress, such as the dresses styled by Cobb's Corner. And the same bold prints look even more so in dresses for little girls by Tiny Town Togs. But is it really art? Or is it just another fashion fad? Maybe it's both, now that a posh art gallery gives its nod of approval to the print explosion in fashion today.
You have lost your mind. Homosexuality should be a crime. They ought to take all the homosexuals and put them all on a boat and give them enough gas to get halfway out in the middle of the ocean and let the sharks eat them. So there's no way to stop me. There's no way to stop the truth. This isn't preaching, this is hate speech. It's both! Because we can purge out all the sissies and purge out all the fair weather Christians, purge out all the weaklings. Because we're supposed to be treating them lovingly and respectfully. Even though the Bible says they're filthy and vile. I mean, I know some of you guys are enjoying it, so don't act like I'm all alone up here. Some of you thumbed up some of those comments too, didn't you? No, I'm just saying, look, you know, hey,
You kind of caught me off guard here. Okay. Now, thank you, Lord. Help me. Let me put it very simple. It takes a lot of money to do what they do. Oh, yeah. Well, for example, let's But
hey, you see, I'm live, bro. This is why we.
And I prayed about it, and I thought,
send me a text. You can send me a text message. What up, Cloud? Cloud's one of my NBA 2K OG teammates. What up, bro? Yeah, shoot me a text real quick.
The demons.
The demons.
Abraham's
Don't
very,
be a demon. The demons.
From the Bible.
There's a foundation in the Bible.
There's a foundation in the Bible. Please understand. Oh, I love that shot. Yes, Nana, you're my favorite person ever. That shot right there.
Had covenant with God. I'm talking about the Bible. Oh, God, I love this. And I started out standing. My grandfathers.
Oh, how I did the multicam setup. OBS. Streamlabs.
Those are the demons. And I understand that. And I love them with all my heart. If you go into the old covenant, and it's full of meanness. It's just
all right, bro. Appreciate you.
He made that airplane so cheap for me. I couldn't help
it. Get that sleep. Get that money. Stacks and stacks and stacks of cash.
Jesus is very real devil. Rulers of the darkness.
Rulers of the darkness.
God bless, Father bless. But it's a biblical thing. It's a spiritual thing. It doesn't have anything to do with people. And it's full of miracles, and signs, and wonders. It's full of unseen.
Unseen things.
Jesus, people. I love people.
Jackie is in the house.
It made me so mad I wanted to punch the guy out myself. We wrestle not.
You fucking atheist
and I have a lot of natural gas.
What's up? What up, Twitch perverts? Twitter perverts? Facebook perverts? I am everywhere. Y'all know what time it is? It's time for that intro. You know that intro get hype. It's time for that sexy boy. Sexy
Live from Sacred Death Studios in Los Santos, San Andreas.
That shit kind of cute though.
Welcome everyone to Late-Night Counter-Apologetics.
Late-Night Counter-Apologetics featuring Jackie. Yeah, just for the introduction, I'm out there. I ain't really fucking with y'all like that. Y'all know that atheist perverts
the wise man of the Sacred Death Motorcycle Club.
The wise man of the Sacred Death
the sexiest man in all of Word Wrestling Entertainment.
Sexiest sexy boy.
He is the most entertaining man in the history of evolutionary biology.
I mean, it's not saying much, but I give him that. It's kind of true. I give him that.
Mr. Dual PhD himself.
Damn, that's kind of impressive. I ain't gonna front. Y'all gotta give him that. That's 2 PhD. That's pretty impressive.
The architect of the atheist apocalypse.
Atheist apocalypse?
The only man to have his vestments blessed by Pine Creek.
Who the fuck is Pine Creek?
The most high apostle of the cult of the Flying Man.
The cult of the Flying Man. Y'all are weird, but y'all get that
none other than the Outlaw Prince. The one and only Jesus who can save us. Dr. Heartbreak J. Pocketlocker Bundy! I think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy. I've got the look that drives the girls wild. I got the moves that really move them. I send chills up and down their spines. I'm just a sexy boy, sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy, boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy, sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy, boy toy. Let's go. Y'all ready for the after party? I make them shiver. Their knees get weak
see me walk, they hear me talk. I make them feel like they're on cloud nine. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. Sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. Boy toy. Let's go. Eat your heart out, girls. Hands off the merchandise. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy. I'm just a sexy boy. I'm not your boy toy.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. That is my jam. That is my shit, y'all. Speaking of my jam, hold up. Let me get y'all right. Y'all about to get. Oh, y'all know what? Y'all about to get. Ooh, I'm gonna do y'all right. Hang on. I'm gonna do y'all real right now. I'm about to do y'all real right now. Welcome to the after party, folks. Yes, if you've got to get to sleep for work like my man Cloud, it's probably time for you to do that. We're here for a little late night, actually early in the morning type of jam real quick. But folks, while I get into the groove for the little after party we got going here, folks, let me share something real special off that LaGuardia, folks. When I let y'all know I'm in airplane mode, folks, it is not a game. And here goes the MJ interlude. LaGuardia, it's airplanemode.com. Go right now. I'm just kidding. It's not really the song. This is it. Ooh, let's go, y'all. Ready for takeoff. Airplane mode. Let's go.
Start my morning every day with her. In the afternoon I lay with her. In the evening I'ma stay with her. Hi, I'm in love. I ain't even tripping, but them say she a drug.
Let's go.
She here every day for me. In the morning hit her faithfully. At least a dub when we touch. No one falling in love. I ain't even tripping, cause she the one I could trust. Even bring her out on dates with me. See my mama new place with me. She hold me down on the days when I ain't feeling too up. I ain't even tripping, cause she with me in the clutch. I go all out the way for ya. Take some time out my day for ya. I even took her on a plane, but she ain't even a drug. Some say I'm tripping, but they ain't even in love. In the morning I might lay with ya. In the afternoon I play with ya. But I know I'm never tripping. The signs say I'm in love. Mary Jane is different, cause she ain't even a drug. She be there every day for me. She my sweet Mary Jane shorty. I even took her on a plane, but never enough. Some say I'm tripping, she turned me into the plug. She be there dealing way with me. She be there to take the pain from me. The homie said that I'm tripping, but all they do is get drunk. Smoking on the wax, they thinking I'm off the drugs. I go all out the way for ya. In the morning I might lay with ya. In the afternoon I stay, cause she know that I'm in love. I ain't even tripping, cause she the one I could trust. She go running every day with me. Take the kids out to play with me. They say I'm tripping, I ain't slipping, cause she ain't even a drug. Niggas sipping lean, ain't worried what's in your cup. In the morning I might play with ya. Take a long walk and stay with ya. She my sweet Mary Jane, and she the one I could trust. Niggas sippin' lean, but me, I'm smoking a dub. I go all out the way for ya. Take some time out my day for ya. I even took her on a plane, but never enough. Some say I'm trippin', but they ain't even in love. In the morning I might lay with ya. In the afternoon I play with ya. But I know I'm never trippin', cause hi, I'm in love. Mary Jane is different, cause she ain't even a drug. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hit y'all with that stunt 102 real quick. Lyle Guardia, it's airplanemode.com. Let's go.
Ready for takeoff?
Whoa. Working hard on my stunt, what's the problem? I ain't had shit to show, being modest. Now it's grams of the wax for my conscience. Bron James in LA, you're on college. I've been jumping on them planes like a hobby. Still moving with the pack like my partners. Put the John on them jets cause we wildin'. Put the bowl, it's a party on the island. Moment of silence. So good, get back to the topic. Grew up, it was me and Flocka. Grandma's and Big T, this my mama. I ain't even for the pain when my pots flip. Knew his name, that's it, never bothered. Mom said, you the man, son, you got this. Ever since I found a way to go and pop shit. Hold up, blaze through a whole zip. Took a seat at the table of my first flip. Days in red roof with my first whip. Spent the money with the gang, never post pics. Seen a change in the game, had to coach it. Never let them take my wangs in the mold, bitch. Never made in a month, nigga. Used to serve him at the minute just to front, nigga. Goddamn. Had to grow up quick, I made my own rules. Had my first child, got it jumping with music. Can't really hang with nobody who losing. I thought by now that you would go and get it, but I could hardly see niggas this distant. Know you get cropped if you not in the picture. And I made that tag and went got a bag. Shots to the Henny and OG prescriptions, put rebel shit on the map. Took a leap from where I started at. Started ballin', now I'm Chris Paul and Cats. Got them steady calling for the mold, but I'm on a roll, gotta call him back. And that's all fact.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. All carry-on items should now be stowed securely, either in or under the seat in front of you. All aisles, exits, and bulkhead areas should now be clear. All electronic devices should now be turned off and stowed, as they may interfere with the aircraft's navigational and communication systems. Once airborne, we'll let you know when you may use approved electronic devices, but note that some items may not be used at any time during the flight. You'll find a list of approved devices in the in-flight information section.
Oh, he did the whole race, bro.
Just race back right on it. Shoot my nigga now.
Yeah, well. See when you gotta stay out the way. Especially the streets, man, they in a rage. I remember my nigga, he caught a case on a run on the low and he did the race. Caught a body, it ain't really shocked me. Rubbing on demon time since the bottom. All the bro in Miami, man, we sharing mamas. I wish I could've stayed in from all the drama. Rare roof, we was really there getting money. This then with the place where the rain or sunny. Know my niggas gon' catch me, I ever stumble. Know my team gonna pick up, I ever fumble. Niggas ain't winning, they really punt. You seen that location, we coming, Survey loud guardian niggas. We stayed 100 if you been on my block when we kept it coming. The plane cause I carry a lot of weight. FaceTime with my baby, make sure we straight. Breakfast with able to start my day. Chop it with Henny and talk with A. Then we crack, it's my dog and we get it back. Champion South taking devil crash. And somehow I still go and I get the cash. But it ain't never been about the bag. I've been dipping in fashion, I'm about to spaz. Latest release like the sneakers app. So that don't worth more if you sell it fast. Made more off the merch than I did off rap. Made more than my merch than you did off rap. Yeah. Made more off the merch off rap. And I ain't even had to mention my DJ sass. Yeah. I'm gone. I said 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 I'm gone. Yeah.
Been going and going, and shit got my main line going crazy. Going, I've been moving strong. Remember they tryna play me. Said I'm wasting money doing all these songs. Ain't nobody gon' play them. Now a couple months I don't drop a tape. Niggas be like we waiting. You cannot find me in Roddy. We just touching down to Miami. The way the police got these niggas on records, they all need a Grammy. It's all for the family. Told my daughter how my car when I'm landing. It's all in the plan. Your circle gets smaller when you start expanding. Say, go. Where we came from, that shit made us so heartless. Fuck what they talking, I do me regardless. I'm not pulling up there without a deposit. At all. Run my money. Pull up a gang, I'ma pull up with goblins. They put in work, but them niggas is jobless. Put in that work, they be saying it's timing. Gotta trust the process. Couple niggas expired, I feel like I'm timeless. Hey, I'm still here, you heard? Do it by my lonely, I don't need no accomplice. How you on that same block for like 5 years? And it's all you accomplish. How? Going and gone. Going and gone, I'm going and gone. Going and gone. Hey, right. Going and gone, I'm going and gone. Going and gone. Going and gone. Hey, yo, hey. I'm just saying, going and gone. I'm going and gone. We're still here. Going and gone. Still going and gone. Going and gone and gone. I'm going and gone, nigga. Yeah. Going and gone, I'm back. Going and gone. Hey, yo, we gotta get back to my. I'm getting the vibes back. Do that. Feel like I'm going through withdrawal again. I need sun and palm trees, man. Hey, until then, we still gone.
Airplane mode. Ready for takeoff.
The pain be calling, wake me up, man, I don't need alarm. I hope I get to where I'm going before time is gone. Just hope that even if I don't, they go and play my songs. Throw on my merch, roll some papers, hit the Henny strong. I'm past rap, niggas steady screaming where they cash at. Meanwhile, these bookings coming in through Zelle and Cash App, and that's fast. Running in them circles while I lap cats. To the same nigga pulling zips about the backpack. Shit a rat race, get cheese still in last place. Chances I'll take, can't wait, let's the bag straight. Been on my game, I don't lag on the ass. Soon enough, the same ones that hate, same ones that's valet. Damn right, niggas wanna see your gigs on standby. Damn right, niggas crossing over like you sham God. Swear I never gave a fuck what niggas said. Cause if you shake my hand, we 100 or I can. You my nigga, I would never take the stand on ya. You my nigga tryna get 100 grand with ya. Yeah, if you my dog, know I love you the most. Cause the ones I call bros, we done been through the worst. Man, it's dedication. Stay patient, ain't lack faith. Ups and downs, but it's a crunch time, and that's me. Did the dash straight out the lot, playing some Max B. Niggas see me grinding, top 10 and rising. Blueprint, we wildin', brunch time, we vibing. Blunt lit inside it, never know who gon' poppin'. Yeah, know I love you the most. You forever show me love, know I'm keeping you close. No, I'm keeping you close. You forever show me love, no, I'm keeping you close. Some shit that I was thinking about. Just some shit that I was thinking about. Yeah.
Right?
You can get hit with the stick talk, put some money on your head like a tip jar. Young aviation, I lift off. You the man in your city, I'm big dog. Getting high, ride around in low waves. Getting money, we was only playing G's. Made a couple dial up on Cleveland. Still that same nigga from La Place and Beef. Packed through the mail, it's exotics now. Yeah, they used to have doubts, but who got it now? Went state to state and I'm selling out. Had to go hard, got a second child. I remember them days only moms was down. Damn. Feel like an only child, they had locked my bro up, bill 100,000. I was still in the street trying to hold him down. Can't explain it, but now we are popping. New month, gotta take shorty shopping. New deals got me feeling grateful. Did it off with a gang, gotta thank me. They ride the wave, I stick to the mission. Help for none but the set, fuck you other niggas. I'ma just grind till it's ceiling. Run up the money until I'm winded. I can't slip, never switch sides who I came with. Life on the line for my clique. Know I'm gon' ride for my family. These niggas gon' ride for they cause. Know I'm gon' slide if you call. Yeah, ride for my dogs. I'm gon' ride for my dogs. Yeah.
112 all black, we the family. This for all my C's, fuck a plan B. Never switched on the bro, stick to the 3 code. Give a fuck if you understand me. Bro just did 10 in the slammer. Paranoid, had to keep the tool handy. Niggas hate when you great lockdown, getting cake in the streets, looking sweet like candy. About to fly on niggas airplane mode. Neck deep in shit, it's the same old. I done flexed on the homies for a little too long. 2022, I'm about a Range Rover. That'll hush you, niggas straight flush you. Niggas ain't gotta waste money on the drain, no. Niggas wanna talk shit, duct tape to his lip, pool table with the stick straight, ain't no. I done hit some sick niggas with the sweet, so they'll do what I say for a little fee. RP to Spencer, he was a little G. Look at my son eyes and I see a little me, so I ride like fuck it if a nigga kill me. So long as I go out like a real G. Keep the rubber gloves if shit get thick. If the floor wax down, I'ma talk my shit still when I can't slip.
Never switch sides, who I came with. Life on the line for my clique. Know I'm gon' ride for my family. These niggas gon' ride for what they call. Know I'm gon' slide if you call. Yeah, ride for my dogs. I'm gon' ride for my dogs. Yeah.
I done made so much money rocking with the mode you probably wouldn't know. 1,000 after 1,000 piling on the flow. Strategize the options, pocket get the growing. Pop the Henny toast, lot of different coasts. And that's just the day to day. Said that we wasn't gonna be shit, but look how we paved the way, yeah. Cops coming, I'ma take the chase. Can't stop running, gotta shake and bake. So I'm shotgunning to the 808. And I hate to say, but I'm just a sinner. Pops isn't here, but I can remember my aunt had the K with the arm that pull out. Like ornaments you would pull out in December. Or boxes of mistletoe, y'all get the topic, I'm talking cold winter. Still the same dirty nigga, Pilgrim Village, Hazel Place. Time to take it around the globe. Politicking with my woes. I've been sticking to the codes. Also sticking to the mission, though you niggas often lost within the vision. We ain't giving up or gone to intermission. You talk from a distance, we can't hear that shit.
And I can't slip, never switch sides, who I came with. Life on the line for my clique. I'm gon' ride for my family. These niggas gon' ride for what they call. Know I'm gon' slide if you call. Yeah, for my dogs. I'm gon' ride for my dogs. Yeah, can't slip, never switch sides, who I came with. Life on the line for my clique. I'm gon' ride for my family. These niggas gon' ride for what they call. Know I'm gon' slide if you call. Yeah, for my dogs. I'm gon' ride for my dogs. Yeah. Why she wanna leave me alone? Saying all I do is wrong. No rights when they been left turns. Playing that she gotta let it burn. Saying that the house not a home. Sunshine cause you heard it all before. Sometimes she don't wanna be alone. Most times she don't want me gone. She don't know I try my all. She don't know I sprung in the sun, but I'm going in the winter, so we good to the fall. Remember how I told you I get it and I win. Now I'm got it, you ain't answering my call. Wonder if I've been moving too strong. Maybe I just been moving too boss. Really hate when the feeling get lost. Nowadays she just dodge my calls. In the game throwing laws like Paul. Young legend Miss John like Wall. And I wish you never met like Carl. Dick game lay it down like law. Made plans but you canceled them all. I was just trying to splurge in the mall. Now I'm home stacking bread till you call.
It's time to roll. She tryna slide. We smoking some. Stop acting shy. Cause you a demon when I get between your thighs, girl. You like my rib, you know I need you by my side, girl. It's time to roll. She tryna ride. We smoking. Stop acting shy. Cause you a demon when I get between your thighs, girl. You like my rib, you know I need you by my side, girl.
Be smoking that side. I'm tryna get high. She said that she not ready for love, stop wasting my time. I got demons in my closet, I can't hide. I did all my exes wrong, they wish I died. Damn, I tried. They won't believe me when I say this. Oh my God, what a blessing. Hello Phoenix, that's my twin. I told these hoes they won't get my heart again, not again. Cause they went missing when I needed just a friend.
They went missing, yeah, they all went missing. They don't want no smoke, they hit the blunt and started tripping. My daughter about to be 5, I ain't got no time to be bitching. I'm still reminiscing, we ain't had no food in the kitchen. I gotta go and stack. I'm waiting, know I'm heading, but I'm going. I decide now your sack feel like I'm throwing up. And I just took another perk cause one wasn't enough. Yeah. the road. She tryna slide. We smoking some. Stop acting shy. Cause you a demon when I get between your thighs, girl. You like my rhythm, you know I need you by my side, girl. It's time to roll. She tryna ride. We smoking. Stop acting shy. Cause you a demon when I get between your thighs, girl. You like my rhythm, you know I need you by my side, girl. It's time to roll. She tryna slide. We smoking some. Stop acting shy. Cause you a demon when I get between your thighs, girl. You like my rhythm, you know I need you by my side, girl. It's time to roll. She tryna ride. We smoking. Stop acting shy. Cause you a demon when I get between your thighs, girl. You like my rhythm, you know I need you by my side, girl. Start my morning every day with her. In the afternoon I lay with her. In the evening I'ma stay with her. Hi, I'm in love. I ain't even tripping, but she a drug cause she hear everything.
This shit made me put my headphones back on and get back on camera. Oh, let's go.
No one falling in love. I ain't even tripping cause she the one I could trust.
Let's go.
Even bring her out on dates.
I love this song.
See my mama new place with me. She hold me down on the days when I ain't feeling too up. I ain't even tripping cause she with me in the clutch. I go all out the way for you.
I was just trying to make sure I get something that has some sound so I could make sure that I get my pool game. There's certain games I play on like my phone and shit that I'm trying to get on here so I could play them on stream. I'm mostly getting them on my other computer, but it's kind of being a pain in the ass, so. So I was like, all right, let's use this as an opportunity to get some other games. Yeah, bro. Yo, I love this shit. Like, he's made a lot of good records, but the vibe on this is just spectacular. I'm really, really proud of him. And that's saying a lot because I love all his music. Like, y'all don't know, like, I love this nigga's music so much. Like, literally, like when I see him, like when I go to Jersey and I visit him, like we literally hang out and smoke weed to his music. Like we'll be sitting there chilling, like playing the game. He'd be like, "Yo, cuz, what you want to listen to?" I'll be like, "Yo, put on that OG Roddy." He'll be like, "For real?" I'll be like, "Yeah, nigga, like." That's my shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just chill. So like literally when I'm hanging out with this motherfucker, I'll be like, yo, put that OG Roddy on though, and we'll just vibe out and game and do cousin shit. So funny. Real life stories.
Take some time out my day for you. I even took her on a plane, but never enough. Some say I'm tripping, but they ain't even in love. In the morning I might lay with you. In the afternoon I play with you. But I know I'm never tripping cause
alright, what am I rocking right now? Alright, we see what's going on with these apps. Alright, so first thing I wanted to see, do I want this one? I want a 3D one. Yeah, but see, a lot of these, all right, I guess I do want a 3D one that's authentic, but let me try to see, let me get one that's like super high rated or like really popular so people are on it.
LaGuardia.
I want one with a lot of players.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this Pool Stars.
Whoa.
I don't know, let's go with Pool Stars. I'm feeling the Pool Stars right now. These both are equally rated. Let's look at the download counts. 5 million. All right, that's pretty good. That's gonna keep a lot of players.
Had to check up on my circle, it ain't no rhombus. Still remember mom's call, told me about Johnny. Sitting back in the chair thinking she lying.
All right, also 5 million.
Then it get dark, but it's
all right, what do people think?
For a fat guy do it all in time and questioned it all, but I stopped there. John put me on to some fly shit. Louis V for the baggage, time of heart stakes, we ain't gramming. Should've showed you the plan here. Matching tux at the Grammys. Dog, your family, my family. Look out the plane, still see damage, but now look over the mold.
All right, we might grab a couple of them. Yeah, I like to just always be able to jump into different games that I like to play. Pool's one of them. Pinocchle's the other. That I'll probably have a few different apps for. Just because I'm the type of person that I don't really know what I like until I play a bunch of different stuff and then see what I feel like. I like to try shit. All right, we installed Diablo. Let's see what happens if we play it. Graphic settings need to be adjusted. Yeah, go ahead. All right, now I want to see, do you have my games now? Oh, you do have my games now. Oh, I should be, all right, hopefully X is X maybe the server? And then the app players over here, I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna say some shit that
I'm gonna figure it out.
This is documented. You know, I got a TED talk.
All right, you restarted it. What did we say we was gonna do?
I'm saying it to say this.
All right, let's pause this real quick. Let's see if we get this game sound going. Tomorrow is a mother effing holiday. I don't give no shits about when. Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Scientists have a bad habit of, ignoring holidays, right? Because practically a lot of our meetings are really informal, right? So one thing that's probably weird about most, like, I'll just talk about being a scientist. I don't know why I got to keep qualifying that. That's the only profession I got. That's the only one I know. But one thing I think that's weird that might be a little unexpected to people is that most of our meetings are informal. So like me meeting with my advisor is not a like scheduled thing on any formal calendar. It's just an agreement from him and I to like meet every Monday at 2:00. And the same thing could be said for most of my collaborations, my weekly meetings with my mentor, and some people I meet with twice a week, every week, and it's like, so if you don't say something, like if I didn't say anything, like everybody was talking to me like, yeah, I'll see you on Monday. Yeah, I'll see you on Monday. Yeah, I'll talk to you on Monday. And then I was like, wait a second, tomorrow's a holiday. So I had to like actually email them and be like, yo, I'm not meeting with people tomorrow because it's the 4th of July. And then my advisor was like, oh yeah, we really shouldn't meet on holidays. And I was like, yeah, we really shouldn't meet on holidays. Nah, it's cool. It's not personal. Again, nobody does it to like, obscure your ability to take holidays. Like everybody's cool about it. Like nobody really gives a shit. Everybody's fine with you. That's the thing. People take off whenever the fuck they want to. So it's just like, if you really don't want to meet for any reason, you could just say so. But yeah, anyway, so I canceled all my meetings for tomorrow is the point of this story. But it was kind of funny because for most people, they don't have to do that. They're like, why would you have to actually? And I was like, no, I actually really had to go out of my way to like tell people that we're not meeting tomorrow because otherwise they definitely would have just shown up and expected me to be at meetings all fucking day. But it's all love. It's all love. Like I said, it's not personal. And this is what I was worried about. See, I can't hear this. I bet you this thing is making sound, and I can't hear it, which is why I wanted to do this one so we could figure out what the audio is here. Windows default. No, let me tell you. Go out the... First of all, what the fuck is the Windows default? Isn't the Windows default some shit I should be hearing? Hold on, save this changes for now real quick. I didn't change anything. All right, cool. Let me go up here. Let me see what the Windows default is right now. It's the Steinberg. it should be the air, really. Be the air. Oh, I hear it. Oh, we're good. Oh yeah. Ooh, it's over here on my mixer. Ooh, Daddy likes that. Ooh, I like that. Ooh, I'm gonna keep it over here because I'm gonna be able to process it and shit over here. Yeah, and it's not where my yeah, this is where we want it. This is where we want it. We good.
Our desire to control that power.
Ooh, it sounds sexy up in here. Let's go. Let's play this game. I don't even know this game. I know jack shit about this game. Don't hate on me if you're hardcore. I don't know shit.
I gave my life to destroy it.
To destroy it. Could we hide this overlay for a minute? Take a screenshot. Let's go from the top. Toggle full screen.
Corruption spread.
11.
If humanity
F11
is to survive,
all right, let's get it.
They must stand together and face a rising darkness.
Ooh, this is sexy, y'all. This game is sexy.
That may not
mouse cursor, game controls. On-screen controls. Ah, there we go. Ooh, I like this. Ooh, I gotta get my gamepad, y'all. Diablo. All right, I kind of want to get my gamepad for real because I've been meaning to do that, and this is supposed to be a behind-the-scenes stream. Additional files. All right, let's download this. All right, while this downloads, let's figure out how to mute this sucker. Boop. Boop. Oh yeah, real convenient. We're learning this interface. I'm really excited. I wanted to go with BlueStacks. I think it's going to be fun for computer gaming because I'm a computer nerd and I play on a computer all day. All right. While this goes, I'm gonna play this. I think I know where my gamepad is. I'm gonna try to pick that up. I appreciate that y'all appreciate the stuff. YouTube Punk, we did the Christopher Hitchens audiobook series on the Jay Bundy channel. It was also on this channel, but it's gonna be way earlier in the broadcast. So actually, you know what? I kind of started it, so it'll be the start of this particular broadcast. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and do that at some point. If you just want to see it snipped out itself, then it'll be on the Jay Bundy channel. Appreciate you, man. I think you actually know this already, and I'm just saying sick because I'm stoned and I'm tired. And yeah, I'm just looking back in the chat. I'm like, yeah, YouTube Punk was there at the beginning. He did all the entrance hype. And all the beautiful emoji walls. All the beautiful emoji explosions. YouTube Punk really is learning how to really take advantage of the overlay, take advantage of the bot. Yo, I added some new shit. I added some new commands. We got a hi command. Of course, we've got our bye. Of course, you should know about that one. We've got, of course, you know about lurk, but now we've got a BRB. And then we've got a back for after the BRB. You can say you're back. Yep. See, all of these are some new things. What else we've got? We've got tip, and we've also established a janky super chat system. Janky super chats is what we're gonna call that. Is janky super chats because we're not big time enough for real super chats. But we're going to do the janky super chats. That's what those are going to be called. And there was something I saw that I needed to do. Oh, yeah, I need to stop that poll. Let's go over to the poll. Probably nobody else voted but me. I'm looking at the wrong profile here. I made the poll on Pocketlocker. It's over here. Yeah, one vote. That's my vote. That's okay. Close the poll. Poll is closed. Complete the poll. Boop. There it is. 100%. You know, I'm so glad everybody agreed with me on this evening. All right, y'all. I'll be right back. I just want to go grab my controller. Let me put up this airplane mode real quick. And wait, now why don't I hear that? Why don't I hear this? Why y'all acting crazy? Why y'all acting up right now? Yeah, Steinberg. Oh, here.
And now I'm here today, and it was harder than man.
I figured it out, y'all. All right, BRB.
Yeah. Whoa. Long live John Tio. Nigga lost so many, I got no conscience. Lost my whole right hand, had to keep grinding. Had to check up on my circle, it ain't no rhombus. Still remember mom's call, told me about Johnny. Sitting back in the chair, thinking she lying. Then I listen close here and she crying. Then it get dark, but it's like, cause you know for a fact God do it all in time and questioned it all. But I stopped there, John put me on to some fly shit. Louis V for the baggage, time of heart stakes, we ain't gramming. Should've showed you the plan here. Matching tux at the Grammys. Dog, your family, my family. Look out the plane, still see damage. But now look over the modes. Going down as the greatest. Just to get to the top and show all the gain that you gave me. Y'all in this verse like my mom's. Never bye, see you later. Rest in peace, Jonathan Tio. That's my bro, miss you daily. Goddamn, yeah. Ain't no hook for the shit, I just miss my dog. My bro. Ain't no hook for the shit, I just miss my dog. Ain't no hook for the shit, I just miss my dog. My dog. Yeah. Ain't no hook for the shit, I just miss my dog. Ain't no hook for the shit, I just miss my bro. Ain't no hook for the shit, I just miss my dog. Dog. Yeah.
And I'ma say some shit that, like, this is documented. You know, I got a TED Talk. I forgave my brother's killer. And I'm saying it to say this. Nigga that killed my brother, my brother died in my grandma's arms. That house that we grew up in. He shot my brother, he ran to the house. He died in Nanny Hall when she opened the door. So I'm telling you this, some real shit, man. If I ain't let that shit go, I won't be right here today. I won't be here for my niece and my nephews. Me and Gil won't be doing this. Y'all won't know me. I won't be able to give y'all this game. But I had to leave. I had to let that shit go. When I let that shit go, nigga, I started to grow. And I started to glow. And now I'm here today, and it was harder than man. And I'm talking about this is my big brother, nigga.
Airplane mode. Ready for takeoff.
Whoa. Yeah. Man, this life insane. Got some money, but I always stay the same. But I never fuck with y'all, you niggas lame. If you making moves, you know it's love with me. Yeah. Thought that I would change. See, that negativity is not the way. Seen you niggas try to go and run my place, but it'll never ever lead you to my place. Yeah. Thought that I would change. Got some money, but I always stay the same. But I never fuck with y'all, you niggas lame. Yeah. Chasing the billy, if I'm in your city, I gotta get paid for the show. Here for a minute, get litty, sip Henny, then I hop right back on the road. This level is nothing, I can't even
some money, but I always
All right, so in an interesting plot twist, it turns out that I don't know where my gamepad is, which is all right because I think I'm playing a mouse and keyboard game anyway, and I'll get it tomorrow. It's no big deal. Let's just do after party. You know, the real model of every after party is the same. After party, and I do what I want to. Do what I want to. Do what I want to. You would too if it was your channel. Bow, 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 bow. See, I got the music in me, folks. Sometimes the hits, the boppers, the bammers, the boomers, the drops, all of that, they just come out. They just flow organically, you know? They just come out. I just can't help myself. Boom. And now let's get some of this here game in. Oh yeah, make it sexy. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh, this shit looks scary. Diablo. Oh yeah, this looks like some sinful shit right here. Woo, this looks like some, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm kind of afraid of this game. Like I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm not really convinced that playing this game is actually a good idea for a human being. I'm kind of a little bit alarmed here. All right, let's see. Let's go. Let's see what we got. We're gonna use the on-screen prompts. We're gonna use this interface we got here. We gotta work with it for a little bit till I figure out what I'm doing. Welcome to Diablo Immortal. Are you new to Diablo or do you already have an account? I'm new. I want to make an account though. I want to be cool. Why can't I be one of the cool kids? I want to join. Can I join? Yeah, can I join? No? No, not yet. Wild Pants? No, I don't want to be Wild Pants. I want to be Pocketlocker. How do I become not Wild Pants? Are people going to be calling me Wild Pants? Because I don't know if I can handle that right now. But y'all, hang on a sec. Y'all know what's interesting? Maybe this game is on to something. Because, I mean, check out my sexy HBK cut. I do be rocking some wild pants. I do be rocking some wild pants. I gotta give him that. You know, they call me Wild Pants. You know what I'm talking about? Those that don't really know me, that aren't really personally familiar. They're like, hey, you seen that dude with the wild pants? Oh yeah, Wild Pants. I know exactly what you're talking about. He had like the heart logos on his pants. That's kind of weird. I don't know, why would you wear that? See, if they knew, they'd be like, oh, that's HBJ, obviously, the United States champion of World Wrestling Entertainment, duh. Duh, silly HBJ, I have on the HBJ tights, duh. Fuck is wrong with y'all? Relentless Vigilante, oh, I got options? I could be a demon hunter. Okay, you know, okay, the demons. Those are the demons. I feel like if I'm gonna be a demon hunter, I could play that clip a lot. All right, religious vigilantes. Okay, the outlaw prince is a vigilante type who wreak vengeance. Right, you know, we're out to get God. We're like the vigilantes. You know, we're like here to save the theists from their apologist bullshit. You know. We wreak vengeance on the demonic horde, right? The evil, right? The evil theist with an arsenal of arrows. I like arrows and explosives and mechanisms. Oh, I'm a scientist. I like mechanisms. While moving constantly out of the reach of their foes. Oh, I like to stay out of reach. Ranged and physical. I like that. Okay. Let's see what's... No, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. We gotta go back. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean... I gotta check. Ooh, I'm a wizard, though. I'm all about the wizardry, though. Oh, Oh, I gotta be a wizard though. Arcane energy into powerful combinations of magic that manipulate and destroy our foes. Yeah, I kinda gotta go wizard. You know, barbarism, you know, I'm not really the barbaric type. You know? I feel like this is a game that I could play in different roles and I think it'd be a lot of fun to be the brutal melee attack guy, unleashing the range and the rage and on the demonic horde. Yeah, like that'd be fun. But I'm not really the the monks. Okay, I'm definitely got a monk type personality. I'm like a programmer. I'm like sitting here, you know, coding up a storm, just kind of in my little monastery, if you will, of evolution, you know, channeling the divine energy of the flying man into powerful melee attacks and rapid movement on the battlefield that wards and protects themselves and their allies. Oh, you get to protect people as the monk though. I like protecting people on the battlefield. Protecting like that kind of like healing, that like mage style where you get to be a healer. You know? But they're still very physical and they gotta be like kind of in there. Alright, the Crusader. Faith who rely on holy magic and heavy armor to withstand attacks while vanquishing demonic foes and blazing fire and blinding light. There's so many good roles, y'all. Definitely a Crusader type and Necromancer. Oh, the power of the dead. Oh, shit. Oh shit. Tormenting their enemies with skeletal minions and dark magic. Oh, that could be like the chat, the skeletal minions. I gotta unleash my fucking minions. They're gonna go out, they're gonna bomb your Discord, they're gonna show up in your YouTube live chat. And they're gonna be all like, go to Pocketlocker86 right now and subscribe. Join the fucking Discord right now, you bastards. I don't know, what kind of roleplay do I feel like? I'm kind of feeling a lot of these roleplays right here. I think, oh, those are the demons. Oh, the demon hunter, that's sexy. All right, hang on, show me wizard. Make wizard sexy to me real quick. Oh, but you don't know about the power of the arcane energy. Oh, ranged and magical. Yeah, ranged. I like ranged. Summoning and magical. Yeah, we'll do. I'm gonna start ranged and then we'll go less ranged. So first we're gonna go ranged, which is gonna make us either a demon hunter or a wizard. And I'm gonna go wizard, and then we'll come back. We'll maybe if we get hardcore about this game, we'll play some others. All right. Do we want to go female or male? We're gonna go male. I'm a male. I don't really feel like going the other way right now. Yeah, I'm gonna be the male wizard guy. Let's go for that. All right, customize. Yeah, we're gonna be black dude. Yeah, gotta be a black dude. I don't really have to. A lot of times when I play games, actually, I play as a white dude, just cause I feel like playing as a white dude. But nah, lately I've been keeping it gangsta. Is that stereotypical? Fuck y'all, I don't give a shit if it's stereotypical. Why the fuck would I care? Okay, I like this mask shit. I like this kind of cosplay heavy type wizardry, you know. Although this brings out the sexy boy, you know. Show him the face and the sexy boy. Oh, kind of like a hybrid like this. Okay, you get a little bit of the sexy boy, but you know, he's also kind of skulled up. Although this just looks so dark and majestic. I really appreciate that. Ooh, this is some kind of fire god outfit. Okay, I kind of like. There's a lot of different. The ice. This is like the ice stone guy. Oh, I gotta go purpley because of the purple haze. Yeah, we gotta hook him up with our theme Pocket Locker purple haze. We gotta hit him with the purple hazy guy. All right, cool. All right, so then next, I get to name him. Yeah, let's name him. All right, I'm gonna tell you guys his name. His name is he's known for. C. Oh, I gotta name him. Tap to select. I'm pressing C. Oh, there we go. Okay, here we go. Name must contain that. His name His name is Pocketlocker because he's the locker of the pockets. Or could his name be long as shit? No, it can only be 16. Let's see. His name could also be Purple Haze, and I don't know why. Excuse me while I kiss the sky. Bow, 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 bow. You know, his name could be the Most High. But I generally like people to know that they're with the right guy, that they found the one and only. That they have found the pocket locker, who's probably trash because he's really bad at video games. But hey, at least you know it's me. What happened? Did it crash? Did it just decide that it was done? I think it just crashed. It just was like, nah, Pocket Locker, we don't. It was like, you picked a bad name. We don't like the name Pocket Locker. You know, I should just stream on my other computer. I thought about switching computers and just re-streaming it up from the other computer. I might start doing that more often, just re-streaming it up from the other computer. Maybe I'll call myself in there with my other camera. So I've been wanting to do a lot of streaming from my other computer. I don't know why. Just because I hate this machine and I want to get a new computer and I kind of just rocking with this one. But it's got all my Streamlabs stuff in it, so all my YouTube perversion is really set up and nice and complex. Got all my fancy doodads and my multicam. But I might just rock with Restream from the other computer for a little bit. If we keep having problems here. It's no big deal. Alright, I don't know how far we got. It might not have saved anything. Also, can I get an account going? Oh, it's got me in here now. Pocket Locker. Alright. Well, I want to make an account. Let me make an account. Create an account. There we go. Improve stability. Yeah, let's get some of that improved stability going. I'm in the United States. My birthday, y'all. Remember it. Remember this date, August 12th, 1986. Jay, why would you share your birthday with everybody? Jay, that could be like a security risk if you share your birthday with everyone. I got a fucking idea for you for a security risk. How about you run the risk of getting me a goddamn birthday present, you selfish motherfucker? How about that? How about you be like, yo, hey, Pocket, wasn't there something going on for your birthday this year? Aren't you doing something special? Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Yeah, I'm doing this charity thing. You could check it out right there. You could like go there and help me raise $100 for the International Bipolar Foundation. You know, how about that? How about them apples? Oh, let me make sure I don't show you perverts my passwords, because it's not even the people that you're worried about anymore. You know, people these days, you know, you can handle people. It's the bots you got to worry about. It's the damn bots. The bots are always watching. The bots can watch everybody at the same time, you know? I got the 2-step verification on, though, just in case. Yeah, please, save the goddamn password. Fuck, you think I want to type it over and over again? What's wrong with you? What kind of inhuman-ass question is that? I said, yeah, it's me. It's a me, Mario. Security check. Oh my goodness. All right, here, look. Put on airplane mode, because you're doing a lot right now.
But I never fuck with y'all, you niggas.
Nah, I want that stunt 102. Ready for takeoff? Gotta do all this checking and verifying, and is it really you? We want to make sure you're not a bot. Nigga, I'm trying to make sure you're not a bot. I'll show you mine if you show me yours. Moment of silence.
So good, get back to the topic. Grew up, it was me and Flocka. Grandma's and Big T, this my mama. I ain't even for the pain when my pots flip. Knew his name, that's it, never bother.
Oh, sorry, I didn't do this yet. Go ahead. All right, email me. Here we go.
Hold up, blaze through a whole zip. Took a seat at the table of my first flip. Days in red roof for my first whip. Spent the money with the gang, never post pics. Seen a change in the game, had to coach it. Never let them take my wangs in the mold, bitch. Ever made in a month, nigga. Used to serve him at the minute just the front, nigga. Goddamn. Had to grow up quick, I made my own rules. Had my first child, got it jumping with music. Can't really hang with nobody who losing. I thought by now that you would go and get it, but I could hardly see niggas this distant. Know you get cropped if you not in the picture. And I made that tag and went got a bag. Shots to the Henny and OG prescriptions, put rebel shit on the map. Took a leap from where I started at, started balling now. Chris Paul and Cass got them steady calling for the mode.
But I'm on the road, gotta call him back.
And that's all fact.
I just told y'all this is the account. This is the account. This is my account. Actually, I should make them use Pocketlocker, but I don't care. Give me my the email address is already used because it's me, nigga.
Devices should now be turned off and stowed as they may interfere with the aircraft's navigational and communication systems. Once airborne, we'll let you know when you may use approved electronic devices.
I think I'm supposed to just log in. Let me see. Wait, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Whoops. Did this shit like close again? All right. Here, fuck this.
Gotta stay out the way, especially the streets when they in a rage. I remember my nigga, he caught a case on a run on the low and he did the race.
All right, y'all, stay where y'all at. I'm just gonna I'm gonna switch computers real quick. I'm just gonna end this. Wait, hold on. Let me get yeah. Let me just do it real quick. All right, I'll be live in like literally 2 minutes on from Restream. Be right back.